Hi friends, welcome back to the channel Faith and Arrow Homestead. My name is Jaylee, but I am not at Faith and Arrow Homestead. I am at Olszewski Farm with my friend Nicole. Hello. This has been a very interesting day. What we are doing here is Nicole has helped me, maybe we'll have to go somewhere else. Yeah. We're trying to do this with the pigs in the background because they're so cute. So I'll introduce them quickly. This is, it was
Patsy Swine and Loretta Chins.
They're mini pigs. And I thought it'd be fun to have them in the background, but they're too loud. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, she helped me out because I really wanted chicken, to process chickens, but I didn't really want to do it. I guess I could probably have them at my small property, but I don't know. So she's got this amazing farm, and so it ended up working out where she did her own meat birds and she threw a few extra in for me, 7. So she raised them, and then I came today and we processed them together, and she taught me how to do it. So I processed chickens today for the first time, which is crazy.
And she did great.
Thank you. But anyway, I just wanted to introduce her. So before I talk more about that, I'll let her kind of explain this beautiful farm and what she's doing. And
so we bought the place in 2017, so we've been doing this for 7 years now. And sustainability was a big part to why we started what we started. So we raise pigs, we raise turkeys, and chickens as of right now. We're starting a small beef operation, so hopefully in the next couple of years we'll have beef as well. But sourcing where our food came from was a big factor in why we raise our own meats. Mm-hmm. And we are starting small, but we are starting to offer it to the public. So next few years, hopefully we'll have a farm store.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. It'd be
so
great.
Cool.
But we also do sell eggs. We free-range, soy-free fed eggs, which was a big thing for us, was sourcing a soy-free food for our chickens. Mm-hmm. So
nice.
And I know you do the same.
Yep.
So
that's actually how I met Nicole. She works part-time at the feed store that I purchased that same feed from for my girls. And, you know, she was always there when I went in, and she was nice and similar in age to me. So one day I was just like, hi, can we be friends? And just started kind of like small talking or whatever. And then it actually, I don't know if you remember this, but I posted in a farm group that we're both in, and I was like, asked if anybody would do the chicken thing for me, and you were like, hi, me.
Yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it.
So that's cool. And then it's been nice. I've been here all day, and it's been really fun to chat and get to know you and stuff. But I say all of this to say that on this channel, I'm always encouraging you guys, like, if you're in a place in your life where you can't, if you're in your waiting room, so to speak, and you're not able to do all of the things hands-on the way that you might want to, there are people who are doing those things. And so it's just networking. It's just going out and seeking these things out and talking to people, being brave and starting conversations. And you never know where it might lead you. Also, being friends, being in Facebook groups for your local area. And we have quite a few.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah.
There are a ton.
Yeah, and they're great. And there's also some nationwide ones that I know people here that are in. Like there's like a big, there's a female farmer group that's nationwide that's really helpful. So
sustainability and Homestead's a big one too.
Yep. You'll have to add me to that one.
Yeah, I'll have to add you to that one.
But anyway, it's so good, and it's not just about the food. It's also about relationships and getting to know people, and you know, finding people who are like you and have similar interests in you, but also learning about new things as well. So it's all, if you ask me, part of homesteading. It's all in the spirit of homesteading. And so I just wanted to encourage that. So Nicole, thank you so much for today.
You're welcome.
And for being on my channel.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And for the rest of this video, it's just going to be B-roll footage of Nicole's amazing farm. So before we lose the light, I'm going to take you around and show you all of her awesome animals.
Okay, you guys, I cleaned this out this morning.
They're so big. I can't believe how big they are. Wow. The little runt though, it did get bigger.
Yeah.
There's a runt right there. It'll just be a little chicken nugget. What were you calling it when we were talking about it?
Dumpling.
Little dumpling.
Which I'm making chicken dumplings today for your sister. When your pregnant daughter texts you and says, "Mommy, can you make me chicken and dumplings?"
You do it. Look at this little one over here teasing them.
Oh yeah. So it's Kit Kat and Ariel.
And what are they again?
They're Hereford Angus.
They're so little.
They are.
Let's see if I can. They're like, oh, we were already fooling with you earlier.
Yeah, we're done.
We know you didn't come over here with any treats.
They do. They know the bucket.
Hi. That was funny. Wait, come back. I'm sorry I laughed. Come back.
Come on, bud.
He's like, nope, you laughed. Oh, you're coming back. Hi, handsome. Are you going to try to eat my camera?
He might.
Oh, yeah, he said yep.
Yep.
You're handsome. I wish my camera had a better zoom out lens. Hi, bud. Hi. Let me back up so everyone can see how handsome you are. And what'd you say this one's name was?
That's Bailey.
Bailey. Hi, Bailey. Nice. Which I buy eggs from you, and I'm so grateful because my girls, I just don't. You'd think having 9 chickens, you'd get enough eggs, but I really don't. And your eggs are great. So cute.
They flipped up the stairs. How fun. Hi, girls.
And these are being taken tomorrow?
Yeah.
They are becoming bacon.
They're such good pigs.
That is so gross. They're eating the guts from... Oh, that is so gross. Oh.
Dinosaurs.
They are dinosaurs. That's gross.
I think that's gross. Get it on camera.
I have to. And we've made it back to the little girlies. Look at these little piggies. And these are just your pets.
Yes.
You guys are not bacon. Huh. The Loretta chins. It's so cute.
They're good.
And she's got your standard setup. She's got this amazing contraption that made our lives so much easier. And she did the cone, which I was glad for because that's what I would prefer. And she's got her little scalder set up over here. And these are the plastic bags. I had her save the feet because I want them for broth. Look at that. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, Nicole, last thing. What was the breed?
They were a Cornish Cross.
These kittens will not let me pet them, and it's a tragedy because they're so cute. It's just not right. It's not right.
I know.
It's not right.
I remember one time, I'll never forget, down south,
Why
we had a
won't you
tornado
let
warning,
me love you?
and I was getting all the kids together. They were little. Jaylee was like 7. We had just moved down there. It was frightening. And I couldn't find Jaylee. I'm like, Jaylee, where are you? And she had a laundry basket and we had kittens. And she was picking them up 2 by 2. I gotta save the kittens. So she brought them downstairs in the basement in the laundry basket. It was so cute.
They have a couple guineas, and I just think guineas are so freaky looking. Like, they're really cute and their bodies are cute, but their faces are just crazy looking. It looks like they're wearing masks.
When you can see them.
Also, this barn is just so pretty. That sky. And the chickies.
The sunrises are my favorite because they like it took on the other one.
Okay, friends, it is the next morning. I just want to talk to you about yesterday. There's a few different things I want to say. First, I was so exhausted last night that I could not film this last night. But that's actually point number 2. So let's start with point number 1. I want to talk about the process. I chickens yesterday, and that was, yeah, it was actually really hard. My parents were there, and I'm glad that they were because they're a very comforting presence for me. And so it made me feel better. Nicole brought the first one out, and she did the whole thing start to finish for us so we could watch. So she scalded it, she defeathered it, she eviscerated it, all of that stuff for us so we could watch. And then I did the second one. I'm that kind of person where like I want to go first. Like, let me get it out of the way. I'm not that person to like be in a group where we all have to do something like a school environment or a work environment to just like sit back and like watch other people do it. I want to go in there. After that first time, obviously I had to watch her do it the first time. I was like, put me in, coach, let's get this done. So I did. And first, let me say that when I watched her the first one, I got like jello legs. Like my ears were ringing, I got jello legs, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna pass out? Like, cause that's like warning signs that you're gonna pass out. I didn't, and I didn't even really come close to passing out, but I definitely got a little, whew, okay, freaked me out a little bit. And then when it was time for me to do it, oh my gosh, I just stood there for like a good second and was like trying to work up the courage, and I was like praying, and then I did it, and it was awful. And then I cried, but I didn't throw up. When I was talking to my friends, like people in my life, I was like, I'm so afraid that I'm going to throw up because I've heard other people throw up doing it. And I was so afraid, and I didn't. I never felt nauseous or queasy or anything like that. A little lightheaded, but I was fine, but I did cry. And what I kept saying was, I'm not afraid to kill something. I feel good about this. Like I'm okay with what we're doing here, like on a mental, emotional level. It's the infliction of pain. That's the part that like was really freaking me out. And as I was doing it, I kept saying over, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? And she was like, yes, you're good. You got it. You're doing it correctly. All good. And honestly, the process takes 2 seconds. Like it's so fast and then it's over. But I just like the idea that I was hurting something, like I made me cry. Like it was that feeling of like I'm inflicting pain on something. But the reality is the process is so quick that if there is any pain, it's literally a second and it's over. So I was obviously able to come to terms with it, but in the moment it made me cry. And then I the next one as well because I really wanted to drive it home. Like I needed it reinforced. Like, okay, I did it the first time. It wasn't just a fluke. I did it the second time too. And so now I can say, like, I really did it. Like, I've got that skill under my belt. I could do it again. I know how I did it. I know what it's supposed to look like, etc., etc. So I just wanted to share that because I didn't film it or anything, but it was an emotional moment. And I went to my dad and he held me, and my parents were like, you did so good. It's good that you feel this way. It means that, you know, you've got inflicting pain on other creatures, you know, hurts you. It should hurt you. It's good that you feel this way. And they were being very encouraging and supportive, as parents should be. So that was great. And then I asked Nicole, I was like, thank you. And I said, I'll do absolutely whatever you want me to do because I want to be a team player in this, but can I please not any more of them? She was like, that's fine. So she set me up at the evisceration station, which actually is what needed to happen. It was me copying out a little bit, but also the evisceration is the part, there's no skill in the, but there is skill in the evisceration. And so she walked me through the first couple, because actually it took me a couple of times to like really get the hang of it. And then she just kept bringing me the birds and I was doing the evisceration. I will say, just to wrap that whole thing up, giving you my opinion on the experience, it's not fun. And I don't see it ever being fun. I am so glad that I know how to do it, and absolutely I'll be doing it again. I want to raise my own meat birds. I will absolutely be experiencing that again, but it's never something that I'm going to be like, it's butchering day, amazing. But like I said, this was on my list. I had to learn how to do that. There are some things like, will I ever butcher a pig? Will I ever field dress a deer? I don't know. And if I never do, it's okay. But I had to learn how to process chickens. I had to. And I'm glad that I did. So then moving on, the second point that I wanted to make was that, man, I got there at 10:30 in the morning and I was there until 6:30 at night processing all those birds with her. Mind you, it was slower because I was new to it and she was teaching me. But like, that was a hard day's work. Like, there was nothing easy or fast about it. And so when I got home, mind you, the time changed. So it was dark by the time I left at 6:30, 7 o'clock. I got home, I took a really hot, long shower. I sat on the couch and I just like KO'd. Like, I was done. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. Like, I was utterly and completely exhausted. And it made me realize, like, I'm a little sissy baby. I am a little baby. I can't hang. And then I see somebody like Nicole, who's got all of these responsibilities, all are very physical, and she's just a beast. Like, she just goes out there and gets it done. But I realize it's just like having kids. Like, there's a stretching and a growing that happens and an adjusting that happens. And I likely won't go from having just chickens to having turkeys and pigs and cows and chickens and ducks and, like she does. There's a growing that happens and an expanding and a stretching that happens. And so, yeah, I'm giving myself grace, but it was eye-opening. I was like, man, like that was a long, hard day for me. And I don't think it was for her. I think she was like, it was just another Sunday for her. So I thought that was really funny. But yeah, so I think that I'm hopeful that me and my parents will be able to do this chicken meat processing thing in the future. We are going to invest in the plucker because we were talking about it while we were there. If it weren't for the plucker, unless it's like, obviously a situation where there's not electricity or something, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, it's not worth it. I'd still be there now the next morning if we were pulling those feathers out. Absolutely not. If we can't get the plucker, then we're not processing our own meat birds. So me and my parents are gonna go in on that together, I think, and we're gonna get a plucker and the scalder setup and all that. And I think we're gonna do it from now on. So I'm really grateful that I got to have that hands-on experience. I'm grateful that I didn't have to, if I had to do the culling without having seen it in person or tried it with supervision, if I was just going off of books or YouTube videos, I wouldn't have been able to bring myself to do it. I needed that person there who knows what they're doing to be like, no, you're good. You're doing it correctly. Yes, that's correct. You're doing it correct. Because I just would have been too afraid that I was doing it wrong and I was inflicting pain. Like, I needed that reassurance or I never would have been able to bring myself to do it. So I'm really grateful that I got that experience. And here we are. Now, these are huge. The Cornish Cross actually isn't the breed that I had in my head I would do. I was thinking the, what are they called? Freedom Rangers. I was more what I had in my head. These babies are hefty. I haven't weighed them all yet. I'm going to because she has these stickers that she put on them after she sucked the plastic to it. So I do want the weight of all of them. But I weighed a couple of them, and the heaviest one that I've gotten that I've weighed so far was 6 pounds, 9 ounces. That is not small. That is a good sized chicken. And I'm just so excited to finally, I have not eaten chicken in like 8 months because, and I've said this before, if I can't source it responsibly, I just won't eat it. Like, that's kind of where I'm at in life. And I'm not saying that you all have to be there too, but that's like morally and consciously, like that's where I am. If I cannot bring myself to buy store-bought chicken, I can't support it. I cannot spend my money on it. I can't eat it. I can't do it. And then I was buying it from a local farm, but it was just so expensive. I couldn't afford it anymore. And this, she really hooked me up. She didn't charge me any sort of extra fees at all because I came and did the processing with her. So she charged me, I think it was $14 for the chicks, which is what she paid for them. And she charged me $30 for the feed. And that's what she came up with after she like broke it down per chick, per chicken. So I paid $44 for 7 pasture raised non-GMO. They're not organic, but non-GMO chickens. $44. That's crazy. Like, you would not be able to find that anywhere. And it's because we did it ourselves. Like, she raised them and we butchered them ourselves. And then the plastic. She didn't charge me for the plastic bags because she's got like 1 million of them. That's it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I have thought, so the last thing I'll talk about, and I'll wrap this up, is the organic thing. We were talking about this pretty extensively yesterday. I think I'm kind of letting that go a little bit for a few reasons. First of all, it's just not feasible economically, especially right now with the way the world is. And I learned through an experience that I'm not going to share on the internet that organic is still disgusting. Like, they still get away with doing a lot of crap. They still get to spray all sorts of terrible things, and it's still not great. And they're allowed to. Like, it's totally within the purview of the organization. Second reason being, the organic certification comes through a government organization, which just unsubscribe, uninterested, no thank you. And then the fact that it's so expensive. When you are feeding chickens organic grains, at least here where I live, they're hard to come by and they're outrageously expensive. Very expensive. So the feed that she uses is non-GMO, and I know that she feeds her layers soy-free, and so do I. I don't know if the feed she was using for these were soy-free. Is that the same feed? Probably not the same feed. No, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if they're soy or not, but non-GMO either way, and non-organic. But they were pasture raised. So she was still feeding them, because for these you do still have to feed them. But she had them out on pasture. She moved it in a chicken tractor. She moved them every day. And her where she had them is organic. Like, she didn't spray that area with anything. And so I feel like that's as good as you can get without taking it to its next extreme. Like, could she have grown the food to feed the chicks herself and made sure that it was organic? Not only does that take time and space, but it still takes resources to do that. It's just that's so involved. The average person is not going to be able to do that. These chickens were humanely raised. They lived a good life. They had a quick end. They were fed. They were actually pasture raised, and the feed that they got was at least non-GMO. Can you get much better than that? Like, I'm okay with that. Yeah, so there are definitely still things like at the grocery store where I'm gonna look for the organic label, but yeah, I think I care more about humanely and responsibly raised than I do organic. But then I think about milk, like raw milk. I don't know that I would purchase raw milk from a farm that's spraying their grass or their pasture that the cows are grazing. I think that to me is a hard no. I don't think I would have been as enthusiastic if she was spraying the pasture where these chickens were. I knew that she wasn't. So I don't know. I guess it's still kind of situational, circumstantial. We'll see. But in this case, anyway, I feel great about this. I feel really excited about this. So I just wanted to give you as much information about it as I could. Obviously, I can't share the processing experience on YouTube, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. There are videos out there on it if you want to see them. That's not what this was. It wasn't me teaching you. It was just me sharing the experience with you. And I want to encourage you to seek out somebody who can help you with these things. You know, pigs too, turkeys, ducks, cows even. Like, is there anybody that you know that you could partner with on this? And then, of course, I always give the same advice. If you're feeling this in your spirit, this is heavily on your heart, pray about it, and the Lord will provide a solution for you. Keep your eyes open and see what comes your way. Thank you so much for hanging out with me these last couple of days, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Have faith and keep moving forward. Bye.